G'day, Carl. Rickard, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Can you hear the dishwasher in the background? Is that
I
parent?
cannot hear the dishwasher.
Oh, that's good. It's right over there.
No, I don't think I can. You can't hear my kids watching TV at 9 p.m, can you?
No.
No.
These endless school holidays, they just keep going on.
I know, but they go back to school on Tuesday.
That's right. Okay, that's good. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're here till, 10 o'clock. We've got a good hour on us. Tonight we've got socialite photographer, A-list photographer, Norrie Montgomery. He's going to join us on the show, and we're basically just going to pull his career apart and, talk to him about some old stories he might have. And I think he's got a few.
Because he's still a photographer, right? He just doesn't do all that weird, about town, A-list celebrity, hey, I want to take a photo of you at an event, because there's basically been no events.
Did you say A-list or anus?
Yeah. What do you think I said?
Yeah, exactly. So, and who are our A-list celebrities right now? Is Ricardo still working right? Is that still a whole thing, a happening thing? And why isn't he doing it? Or is he doing it? I'm just not reading it right anymore.
Yeah, well, because it would be interesting to know when he was out shooting that stuff, what his editor wanted. Is an all black the top priority?
Yes.
And someone who's famous on Instagram the top priority, because obviously they'll reshare it. Not very useful information for me, but there might be someone listening who wants to know how they can be on that list of people to get their photo taken at events. Then, yeah. Every
time I think I've spoken about Norrie on the radio, back in the radio days, I always see the guy, I've always had hair envy, and I just got to lay that down right now. The guy has got an incredible, still to this day, a rock star hairstyle. And you add sunglasses on that, and he tans up well.
Well, he's a big surfer. Oh, yeah. Norrie.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk to him in a couple of seconds. I just want to check in right now with our fact checker guy. We've got our fact checker right here. His name is Benny Boy. Along the show, we'll be cutting back to him to see what's going on and his take. Let's go check him out. Benny, back. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on, Thane and Cara. Excited to be here. Norrie Montgomery, #1 celebrity fashion photographer in New Zealand. He's iconic.
Oh, most definitely. And, and all these beauty shows around the world are going against the whole swimwear division. Not this guy. He's bringing it back, and he's doing a great service.
That's great. I was thinking of getting into plus-size modelling, and I thought maybe getting Norrie to take a few intimate shots of me wearing some nice lingerie. Your thoughts, Cara?
He'd probably be into it, as long as you're paying. It's work, right? And he did for a while there split off and start doing calendars and beach photo shoots for really anyone and anyone. You didn't need to be a celebrity. As long as you wanted to pay for some sexy photos, he was your guy.
Okay, well, I think you're onto something there. Usually when we want to buy something, I generally just beg online. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know where the donate button is. It's on the damned website. Send it now. I need to make a sexy calendar. Thane needs to make a sexy damn calendar. And I know Selena's in. How about you, Cara? What month do you want?
I definitely do not want to be part of your sexy calendar.
Okay. So take your name off. Yeah, that'll be
just take my name off. I can help organise it for you, but there will not be a picture of me appearing.
I know you've got a bin back there. Put it in that bin over there. It was a filing cabinet. Thank you very much, matey. We'll come back to you later on the show, and we've also got another celebrity interview a bit later on. So, anyways, are you ready to go and talk to Norrie?
Yeah.
Let's do it. G'day, mate. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, really good. Oh, look, you're wearing a celebrity, A-list celebrity jacket as well. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is my Om jacket.
All right, I love it. And whereabouts are you in the house?
I'm in my office.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
like you're on the set of Miami Vice or something. It's brilliant.
He did.
And
that
that's
jacket is incredible.
It's quite a cool jacket, actually. It only cost me like $25. Almost such a good place to go to. Big shit.
How long have you been in New Zealand for, Norrie?
27 years.
Wow.
And you've still got a really hardcore accent.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, well, my father-in-law is Scottish, and obviously, like, he's 18. Is he 80 now? He's 80 now.
Yeah, and it's still good.
And sometimes he sounds very Scottish, and sometimes he sounds like he's from up north, which is where he lives.
Yeah. It's actually really handy having a Scottish accent because I'm really bad at giving directions to people. So if anybody comes up to me in Queen Street and he goes, "Where's AIT Centre?" I just go, "I'm sorry, I've no idea." I've just arrived. Just come off the plane.
Yeah. Hey, so what's happening with you? And what are you still doing the Herald thing, or what's happening?
Herald crashed and died. We don't do social pages anymore. Ricardo still does things, but it's not like it used to be in the old days, mate.
Oh man! But how about those old days? Like we could make or break people on a Sunday. I love that.
Well, see, it was brilliant, right?
Yeah.
And you were part of it. Well, you all were. But it got a bit nasty. It was good when I was doing it with Bridget Saunders back in about town. And that woman worked her arse off. She did like 4 or 5 pages of gossip every Sunday of things that were just happening around Auckland. And me and Bridget had a bit of a falling out over something at Fashion Week years ago. Yeah. And Rachel Glucina just snapped me up. And I finished with About Town on maybe a Thursday or Friday, and I started on the Monday doing Spy with Herald on Sunday. And Rachel Glucina was like a...
Wow, that's amazing. And because, Sunday Star Times was the page, eh? You kind of the one to be on. And then I remember the Herald really made a massive big play. That's right, Glucina. Yeah. She was everywhere there for a while.
Oh, wow.
And for a while there too, before it all became online. Yeah. It was the one paper that all of my younger friends brought just so they could see if they were in About Town.
Yeah.
Because there was no other way to see. You'd be like, "Oh, Norrie took a photo of me at the weekend. I better buy the paper on Sunday to see if I'm in it."
There's probably photographs cut out of that on fridges all over New Zealand.
Oh,
Your grandparents. You'd get a photo. You'd get a photo from your grandparents being like, "I saw you in the paper. I've kept it. It's over here. Here's this."
Yeah.
There's paper clippings of sports things you've done and actual accomplishments, and then they've got a clipping of you just at a party.
It was like people's 15-minute of fame. They make these social pages, and the photographs are always well taken, and the people are really good in them. It's not like a pack them or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I always had a sort of standard of photographing. You got
now everybody's got Instagram and they can just take and put up their own photos.
Oh yeah, but they put filters on them and all that crap.
Yeah.
So.
Mate, tell me, what was the priority when you walked into a room? Like Cara was saying earlier, is there All Blacks, rich listers, TV Shortland Street stars? What did you zero in? What did you know guaranteed that the public would eat up?
Anybody who's well known was a dead set to get in the paper. But I love taking photographs of people who haven't been out for a long time and they just get dressed up and they look really good, and I them goes, "Can I take a photograph?" And they go, "Oh my God, really? Yeah, cool, do it." And then they get it in the paper and then they would email me and said, "Can we get a copy of that photograph?" And I just sent it to them. I just like people to be out and enjoying themselves and just celebrating life,
Yeah, that's what it's about. And you've been to so many parties, so many fashion week stuff. You've seen so many stuff, so much stuff.
Yeah, lots of good parties.
Did you have one of those scenarios when someone would text or email on a Monday and say, "Please don't put that photo in"?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. Really, I shouldn't have been there. I said I was going to be somewhere else. Blah blah blah. There was one time down at Euro, which was classic. Some guy came up to me. He goes, "My girlfriend loves the social pages. She'd love to be in it." I goes, "Wait, standing." He goes, "Oh, it doesn't matter. If you can do it, it's okay. Cool. I go, "No problem. I'll do it." And then I went to shake his hand, and he pressed $100 in my hand.
Oh wow!
Well, I don't need that. I give him it back. No. So it was a really good party down the Euro, and everybody was rah-rahing and all the rest of it. And I forgot all about it. And I was just about to leave, and out the corner of my eye, I seen the guy with his girlfriend. So I walked up to him and slapped him on the back as if I knew him. "How you doing, mate?" He goes, "Oh, how are you?" And the girl's face just lit up,
Wow.
And I'm chatting to this guy as if I knew him. And then I goes, we do a quick photo of you together? Yeah. Took the photograph, took the names down. I goes, see you later, mate. And she went, bye. And lo and behold, the photograph made it into the paper.
Oh, fantastic. Because you don't decide, do you? It's
No.
other people who decide.
No. And the thing is, when I used to go and do a party somewhere, I would take probably nearly 100 images, you know? But because the paper was like so small, you'd have like maybe 5 events, something like that. You can only put 5 photographs from it, you know, things like that. And that's why I started up the A-list. Because in the A-list, I could put all the images up and people could see all the images. I mean, when you're working with print media, you've got a really small, you can only do like 5 of that and 5 of that, 5 of that, 5 of that. You know, and you've got all these hundreds of images going to waste.
Yeah. And what happens now that we've kind of moved on from all that kind of stuff, and also COVID slowed everything else down too, like just getting work and parties. Nothing really going on.
Well, I still do private parties, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And some of my clients are pretty well healed, so you know, it's all good. So,
fantastic.
I'm all right. And I do other things as well now. So.
What's it been like for you during COVID? I guess there's not really much going on. You mentioned Euro before, and that's been a casualty of COVID. It hasn't been able to reopen, and it's just shut down.
Terrible. COVID has been absolute shite for entertainment and photographers and people who do events and things like that. Like, I don't want to go back about it, but when it first hit us, was it 2 years ago? I think the last party I did was the Urban Polo, and everybody was having such a good time, and everybody just had a great time. And that was on this, I'm sure it was on a Sunday, and then by a couple of days later, the whole of New Zealand just shut down. Boom, and then it just my whole diary just fell right over, and that was it, gone completely.
Did you get your little few crumbs off the government's plate? Did they give you a little subsidy, like?
Oh, friggin' chuck your bone. I mean, that doesn't cover anything.
Nah.
You know, from what you used to to what you're simpering for now.
Yeah. It was a tough time. Still is a tough time. Like, I know.
My whole Fashion Week's been cancelled, more or less, and my whole of February has just been wiped out, and I'm getting emails daily of party I was meant to do or events I was meant to do, and just falling over all the time. So, yeah.
I always thought, and I think I've drunkenly pitched it to you a couple of years ago, you need to come out with your own kind of coffee table book of all the photos back of all the years, you know, put it in black and white, nice bound book. I reckon you'd make a lot of money in it.
Well, do you know something? That's not a bad idea, because I can't see the event scene coming back to what it was.
Yeah.
It's gone. Really, it's gone, you know what I
mean?
This is a real tragedy.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe you could team up with someone as well. If you've obviously got pictures from like separate parties or parties at Euro, and get someone to write a little blurb about what that place used to be like, and the parties that were there, and the gigs that used to be put on, and like a history of like the, you know, like the entertainment scene in Auckland.
It's a good idea, because it seems a waste to have it all buried there, and it's not. No one's going to see it again, and I really feel sorry for the people who are coming up, younger people. I've got 2 daughters of my own, you know, and then they go to events and things like that, and they're not going to be seen on social pages. And because we're so hungry for exposure, that's why a lot of girls are on Instagram and blah, blah, blah. That's the way to get themselves out there. But to get it in the Sunday newspaper was a really big deal. You know, it's like, you did it, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. When you see it in black and white, and it's in the paper, and it's like printed, like there I am. The worst thing that can ever happen to you is you get a great photo in there and they spell your name wrong.
Did I do that?
No, never.
I've done it a few times.
you do what the Herald did to Thane constantly, was have one awful, shitty picture of him, and every time he did something, every time he was in the paper, every time he was in the news, it was just the same awful.
What's that big shot at what is it about Sky City wearing that purple apron type tablecloth thing with Sophia, and it was just like, I think I had a stain down the front. Oh, it looked awful. But anyway, I called them up on the radio and said, "Quit it with the photo, guys. We get it. There's better ones."
Somebody there really didn't like me.
If you're looking for some good photos, mate, I can send you some.
Oh, thank you very much. Perfect. Hey, what's the deal? Do you photo dump sometimes on social? Because I've seen a couple from you.
Yeah, what I do is, because of COVID and things like that, I've been trying to keep people's spirits up by just putting down parties that have happened before. You know, and we'll go, oh my God, that was such a good party. Like, I've been doing parties for Adam Bennett for the past, my God, 15 highlight parties. And then I put the images up on my Facebook, and people just love it. You know, they see them when they were like 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With another girlfriend, now they're married with kids, but they still love to see the photos. You know, it's all part of our past, our memories, and good times.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, everybody has fun, you know. And then Blue Sky, remember Blue Sky?
What do you do with all the photos where someone's got their eyes? Have you already edited all those? Have you all dumped those over the years, or you still got
the ones who are not smiling at that?
Yeah, and just like maybe like that.
Yeah. I don't do any of those ones, no.
Okay.
And anybody who's too drunk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
well,
no.
Too messy.
You know, there's like a real kind of there's a magic couple of hours when you go to an event. You go to any event and there's 2 good hours. After that 2 hours is gone, people get too trashed. You know, especially say the races at Ellerslie, which is always brilliant, right? And I remember taking photographs of the girls, and they're all in the finery and all the rest of it. And I goes, can I do a quick photograph? And he says, oh, here, leave it a little while, you know, till we, you know. I goes, look, you should do it right now. In 2 hours' time, you ain't gonna look at that, right?
Yeah.
And then when I've finished, I've been leaving Ellerslie, and I've had girls chasing me up the road. Norrie, take a photo. And I'm going, oh my God, mate.
Oh, you don't want to do that now.
2 hours ago.
Yeah. I know what you mean. You lit the fuse like a couple of hours ago, and now it's like, take my photo.
And they're missing one shoe, and they've got stains on their dresses.
All the place, the lipstick's all up the face. Yeah, not a good look.
Do we go
guys
through?
just look sweaty and gross.
Oh, yeah. How much fixing up did you do along the lines of? Did you tell anyone? Oh, look, hey, you're a little cross-eyed, or hey, you should fix your hair up, guys.
Oh, a little bit. You know, like I mean, I just. Guys are fine, you know. Guys don't really matter. But if I seen a woman, for example, and she's smiling, she's got like lipstick on her teeth.
Yeah,
she's sort of lippy on your lip. You know, I can fix that in post. It doesn't matter. But then she really respects that I said to her, "You've got lipstick on your teeth. Can you just take it off?" Oh, thanks for that. You know, and then we're confident. Get a nice photo at the end of the day. You know? And you've only got seconds to work that. You're like, bum, bum, bum.
What's going on with the ladies when they're posing and they put one leg in front of the other or one behind? You know, they stand there. Yeah. It's a weird old pose, isn't it? Where did that come from?
That's kind of the Met Gala thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember when I first started doing social pages with Bridget Saunders, nobody knew how to pose. Nobody. And we used to do boring things like, whether were art galleries and book launches and blah, blah, blah. And even we did the Christian Dior ball and all of this, but nobody knew how to pose.
Yeah.
But posing since, oh my God, say 10 years ago, everybody knows how to pose. You get a couple of girls at an event, goes, can I take your photograph? And then they shuffle for a few seconds saying, this is my good side, that's my bad side, blah, 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 until they get the poses right, then I take the photo. But back in the day, they were just like, nah, yeah, take the photo.
Yeah, there you go, done. What's the best pose for a guy? Just stand there, put your stomach out, chin down.
Yeah. The funny thing about Kiwi guys is they love to be apart from their friends. They don't like getting in close, you know what I mean? Right. Whereas girls, I say to girls, because a couple of girls or 2 or 3 girls say, just get in a bit tighter. It's just for the photo, nothing else, you know?
Yeah.
Just that empty space in between them. But you say that to a couple of guys, they're kind of resistant to do it. Because, come on, lad. But back in the UK, lads were like, yay, boom, and straight away, you know? Just different. Exactly. The Kiwi male psyche is completely different, you know what I mean? They're like, you know?
Hey, can you hold there for a second, Norrie? We'll be back with you in a couple of seconds, everybody. I'm just going to go and check with our fix. Okay, what have you got for us, mate? Oh, look at you.
Well, I was getting ready for the photo shoot that I was going to book with Norrie, and I'm at the barber salon here, and they've taken a bit too much off.
It looks like it. Oh boy, but still very fashionable. I think Bald's in there.
You would have had your photo taken at a few parties back in the day by Norrie, wouldn't you?
Well, usually I was actually standing next to Norrie doing a bit of video work. So that's how me and Norrie know each other, isn't it, Norrie?
Yeah, exactly. Video man.
What do you think about the hair? I'm trying to know Joe Rogan.
I kind of like it. It's very Kelly Slater.
It's in the water.
Kelly Slater. I haven't heard that name in a wee while.
Kelly Slater?
Someone did actually say they love the photos of Mud Bay in the background because you're a big surfer, aren't you, Norrie?
Yes, yeah, big time. I love it over Mud Bay. It's beautiful. Great place. West is best.
Yeah,
great.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Right. So good.
Thank you very much, matey. We'll come back to you in a couple of seconds. What was I going to say, Norrie? So, who was the best? So, Bridget was your one, right? She was your.
I like Bridget. She was good.
What did you have to Bridget?
Where is she? Yeah.
Don't quote me. I think she went to live in San Francisco.
Wow.
But she was a bit devious sometimes, Bridget. We had a big party once, and all the people were there, like Eric Watson, blah blah blah. Is there a fly in your room, Thane?
There's a fly. I'm trying to work out whether it's a mosquito or a fly. Mosquitoes love me, man.
Anyway, it was a really good party. Gilda was there, and everybody was there, and everybody got in. And I went back to her table, and she goes, "Can you do me a big favour? Can you go and take a photograph of a guy at Anita?" I was, "Yeah, no problem." So she pointed over to a table. So I went over there, and I said to the guy, "Can I take you a photograph?" And he said, "F off." And I went, "What?" And he says, "F off." And I went, "You F off." The two of us got a bit of a thing going on, a stramash going on. Anyway, it got kind of settled out. So I went back to the table to see Bridget, and she said, "What did he say?" And I said, "Told me, you know." And he goes, "Oh, the guy hates me." I goes, "Who was that guy anyway?" She goes, "Leo Malloy."
Oh, classic.
I've told Leo this story, and we laugh about it. It was so funny. But,
and all those guys, I mean, Leo's still holding on. He's still going strong, isn't he? That HQ is still ruling the roost, and the ego on the guy is just sensational.
Well, he's still there because Eric Watson's gone. Terry Serapisis is gone.
Yeah.
You know, all the big hitters from those days, they've all gone. But he's still there. I mean, he's a very polarized, very charismatic.
Owen Glenn sometimes rolls into the town with a massive boat with a bevy of babes, you know?
Yeah. Owen Glenn was the first party I ever did for Spy. It was his 60th birthday party.
Right.
And it was a loaded hall upstairs. And he came out and he had a pair of fake women's breasts.
Oh my God, it was a different one.
Bernice Manny was there, and Kylie Bax and all that. It was hilarious. What a film.
Kylie Bax, that's right.
Morrison.
Yeah. Nikki Watson was another highlight, eh?
Wow, she was brilliant. Nikki Watson was amazing, eh? And she was great for the social pages because people just loved her. She just had the whole thing. And another person who's sadly not here, God bless her, was Charlotte Dawson.
Right,
she was amazing for the social pages. I did a party on Owen Glenn's boat, Ubiquitous, and that was the first time I'd seen Charlotte Dawson. It was a white party, right? Charlotte Dawson and Eric Watson came walking onto this yacht. It sounds like a Carly Simon bloody song, right? Yeah. They looked amazing, right? And I went, who the heck is that? Charlotte Dawson. And she was such a lovely woman, amazing.
But then, you know, the nice thing about Charlotte Dawson, I saw her at I interviewed her at Fashion Week on George when it was at the Town Hall one of those years. I think it was like one or something like that. And she was a really nice person. She would give you an interview. She would chat with you for like 15 minutes after the interview. She would make sure you need another drink, all that type of stuff. She was lovely.
Yeah. She was amazing. I mean, really approachable, very professional. It was just really sad what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, really sad.
And the thing is, the gossip pages actually over here in New Zealand completely annihilated her, which was really, you know, not going to mention any names that did it, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, because you had the Pebble years and you had all those, you know, the different types and personalities.
And you were in it.
Huh?
Well, you were an editor at one time.
I was an editor, yeah, and
Last
yeah,
one.
you got a different kind of hate from a different kind of person because we're sharing gossip or really just rumors around town, and if you had nothing, you just have to sensationalize something.
Yeah, exactly.
And all that kind of stuff to make it interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was Pebbles goes on about having an agenda. There was an agenda back there, a blacklist that people would jump on. I wonder if you know if that's true.
Agenda people would jump on, like people who.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like you would say, there's a blacklist of people that the Herald used to go after and target.
Oh yeah. Especially when Rachel Glossina took charge. Relentless. Sally Ridge. Oh my God, the list went on and on and on. Rachel Glossina, she wasn't good for the gossip pages because people used to open up the Sunday newspaper and be shocked. They would be like devastated. Who's chapping on my door?
Keep it down in there.
Oh, hey, Chair.
Breaking news.
One sec.
Okay, no worries. Interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting what they do with the way that they treat celebrities. Like they have no respect for their personal space, and it's almost like they're like, well, they're a celebrity, they chose to be a celebrity, so they should handle the amount of attention that they get and the amount of vitriol that gets published about them. But that's really, really, really unfair.
It's terribly unfair. I mean, to open up the papers on a Sunday and see you being slagged off in front of the whole nation, that's not good for you. That is why I think the gossip pages have gone way back. Now you've got Rickard doing them, right? And he doesn't slag anyone, which is good. It was a little bit more content to it, but not to the point where people were almost having nervous breakdowns because you don't know what's going to happen in the Sunday papers. There was one thing happened at, I'm not going to mention names, it was at Fashion Week, with Rachel Glossina, and she says, "Hey love, I'm doing best dressed and all that." So I go, "It's cool." And then she said, "Can you go and take some photographs of this one, this one, this one?" I goes, "No problem." So I took the photographs of this lovely woman.
Yeah.
And she said, "What's it for?" I goes, "For Spy, and it's for the best dressed." She goes, "Great, no problem." We did the photograph. I showed her the photographs. The photographs are great. And then when I opened up the pages on Sunday, she was deemed as worst dressed.
Oh no. Oh,
and then when I saw her, the next time I saw her, she was in tears.
Yeah.
And then how much of the blame, you might feel personally responsible because you're trying to take their photo on the premise that they look amazing and they're going to be in the paper, and then they must feel really betrayed, like partially by you because they don't know who the editor is, that you stitched them up.
Yeah, absolutely, totally. And I felt really embarrassed about it, and I apologised to this woman. I go, "My God, I had no idea that this photograph is going to be, in a bad context because I, with everything that I was going to get the best shot of her. I showed her the photographs in the back of the camera. I goes, 'You look amazing,' and I asked her who she was wearing, blah blah blah." Thinking that she was going to be in the best dressed column, and she was the worst dressed, and I was so embarrassed.
Also, you must have got some anxiety about going into rooms after that kind of stuff was going on, because there were a couple of years like it was full-on warfare on a Sunday. I mean, as an editor, you're pushed along to sell papers, and you come up with some kind of headline, but someone always spins it a little bit more, so it's it's a better and crisper and funnier and stuff. But I know when I was doing it, and Sophia was doing it, there was a lot of anxiety. Sometimes if you pissed somebody off, it was pretty hard to be in the same room. I mean, you would have felt that too, fronting all those people, because you were more than anyone the public face of it all.
Yeah, well, not really, because I always said to people, I go, "Look, I'm not doing the right outfit. So I take your photograph and I make sure the photograph's good. I make sure the photograph's good before it goes out, right? If I saw there was something wrong with your dress or something wrong with your tie or something wrong with that, I would not put it out. I want to portray you in the best possible light." Now, when the editor gets a photograph or the gossip columnist gets a photograph, whatever they do after that is absolutely nothing to do with me. I mean, I do my job professionally and 100%, and I do not write bullshit about people. I used to have people come to me and tell me crap, and I would say, look, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not really interested what you know, X, Y, Z. So just...
I guess as well though, because you're really respectful whenever you're trying to take photos, and you'd ask if you could take a photo. Like I know if I was out with my daughter, you would ask if you could take a picture of us. But so what do you think about, I saw an article that Kanye had put up yesterday saying like it's particularly bad, like not that you're a paparazzi photographer, but over there they can just take photos of whoever they want, whenever they want, and make money off it. So Kanye was like, let's do this together. This is my image. I should be able to make money off it. Like, why do you get to make money just because you're hiding behind a bush taking a picture of me?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that is where the likes of Instagram and things that has taken money away from the paparazzi, because they can do their own photographs and upload them, But the press is still after that photograph that is unique, So I've never done paparazzi.
Always where people look shitty though. Like they're not out for the unique pictures of them looking good. They want the ones where they've spilt food on themselves, or they look like they've been on a bender, or they're like,
Well, that's the photographs that sell, but I think media is going away from that sort of thing now. I mean, there's no paparazzi here in New Zealand anymore. So
when did the paparazzi end?
Big pardon?
When did the paparazzi end? When did it kind of finish up?
Did we ever really have paparazzi here though? Like I don't recall many people hanging out in the bush trying to take photos.
You got high court paparazzi, right? You got court reporters and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, but not like you have in the UK or anything like that. But there's not really that many celebrities over here, to be honest.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's lots of people who think that they're celebrities.
So they may think they are, but they're not.
But I thought they had agreements, like stars and management had agreements with paparazzi. If I'm in this park, you can shoot me. But if I'm not in that park and I'm just coming from my house to the car, it's off limits.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've heard there are agreements like that, but I've done that. All my photographs are social photographs, where people are in a social setting, and then when I go up, I always go up to people and say, "Can I take your photograph?" I always say that. I say, "Can I take a photograph?" And they go, "Yes." Sometimes they'll say no. Maybe they have an issue, or I don't know. But I just take social photographs. I don't pat people.
That's nice. That's good to know. No, very good. Oh, well, mate, I've enjoyed this chat. It's been very enlightening. It's been nice catching up with you.
Chat.
Yeah.
And I think you should definitely do that idea about putting out your photos with some accompanying stories about what was happening at the time, what the nightlife was like, what the clubs were like.
Yeah. If there's any people out there who do books.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. I reckon you've got a nice
lead
everything.
Yeah, amazing. Because those days ain't coming back anytime soon.
Absolutely. And people go, oh, look, we'll do that on the other side of this when COVID finishes. I'm going, what do you mean when COVID finishes? It's here for a very long time, guys. I mean,
unfortunately, yeah.
Well, all right, mate. Hey, Norrie Montgomery, thank you very much. Nice talking to you tonight. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you very much.
See you again.
Bye.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. That was nice, isn't it?
It's a good chat. I guess he is really he's the only kind of photographer that I know.
Yeah.
In terms of someone who was doing the social pages and was always kind of like our paparazzi. Not that he was really a pet photographer.
I can be honest with you. He's aged well too, hasn't he?
I don't know what's happened to me. I'm frozen.
Oh, you're frozen. Hang on, I'll exit you out and I'll put you back in.
Oh yeah, thanks. I'll see if it
Hey,
works.
Neil. Oh, you're still there? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still frozen. Hang on a sec. I'll turn my camera on and turn it back off again. You
can
still hear me.
Off. Now, I can take a little bit of a break here. So, guys, we've got some news with Selena. Selena, are you ready for the news? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready for the news. Are you ready? Yes, she's got the thumbs up. Here we go, everybody. Here's the stories that are breaking at 9:34. Selena, what's the latest?
Okay, a couple of items. First of all, the COVID cases have spiked in Brazil. So the world-famous Rio Carnival activities that happen annually are delayed until late April. The Sambadrome is the most famous of the activities, and that's the main pull of the event and lures all the tourists, which is good for the economy in Brazil. Right. And that's obviously that's the main event. And
so that's on hold. That's on ice.
That's on hold. But 21st of April, that's going to kick off from Brazil. But something closer to home. Do you want the retired Tongan carpenter in Tonga? He survived 26 hours in the ocean drifting after he got washed out to sea from the island. Sadly, that was hit by the tsunami, and everyone died.
You know what? On the upside, luckily only 3 people died. Isn't that amazing? Like, this is like a huge tsunami. Only 3 people died, which I think is incredible. So,
I think. Yeah, there was. I met a worker at the airport countdown the other day on Saturday, and she told me her first cousin died in the tsunami.
You're one of the 3. Holy shit! Also, another interesting thing is just brushing up on my pronunciation of Tonga. It's been Tonga ever since I was a kid. Now it's Tonga.
Tonga.
That's the correct way.
I have Tongan neighbours. I have Tongan neighbours, and the way they spell the names is way different to the way you say it. It's like Gava is actually spelled Carver. Yeah, and
anyways, if you want help on the pronunciation, put a D in there instead of a T. Tonga.
Good tip. Okay, do you want
D is like actually correct? Maybe find someone who actually knows about the Tongan language and ask them for some help.
We could bring someone on.
Also, guys, the other thing is Pacifica. Pacifica. I didn't know what we're saying. Pacifica wrong for
all. K-A. Pacifica. Yeah. Well, if we all learn together, we'll learn faster, I think. So.
What tomorrow? Can you bring some Tongan words with proper? Or maybe we should have an actual Tongan on.
We should maybe get an actual Tongan on.
Yeah, we'll get some Tongan on. Weird learning. You sound like you've got an accent from Europe, and weird learning.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, speaking of Europe, like often I've been mistaken for European tourists. Like, no, I'm Pakeha. I'm from here. But people seem to make up where they think I'm from. But just quickly, I don't know, this is maybe not news. You can cut me at any time. But I went up north a few weeks ago. I arrived in Paparoa. So I was given an address, and Paparoa is a tiny little town. And there's a tavern, a few cafes, a Foursquare like type store. Anyway, I wasn't given the number of like the address on the main road. So I just drove and I pulled up at the tavern. I thought I'll just call to see where exactly I have to go. This lady, she comes up very forward. She just was very semi-aggressive, trying to tell me where to park. And no, I'm just pulling over to make a phone call. She's like, no, I'm telling you, you need to park over here, and you need to stay here in the tent, and I'll look after you, and you look after me, type of thing. Just come on and have some drinks. And I was freaking out.
You almost got kidnapped.
Yeah, and it was like I was really concerned that the cougars were going to go after Benny, but one came after me. And it wasn't until I was like on the phone, because I just couldn't get rid of her. And I was on the phone. It wasn't until I said, my son waiting for me to meet him, and then she backed off.
All right, she saw you as a human.
Yeah. It was just like, it was freaky. It's just a think about that.
Not too long. Thanks very much, and we'll see you tomorrow around this time. Here you go, Selena, and reading the news as well. Yeah, nothing like that happens to me, Rickard.
No one wants to just get you in a tent to get on the first.
No. Oh, back in the day. Yeah. But
they probably think that you drink too much.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not a cheap date, that's bloody sure. What are you doing tomorrow? Anything interesting we should know about as we count down to your big Samsung live show?
What is tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Yeah, no, not that much. I'm just still working on some TV shows. Got some filming on Friday, so just getting the shows prepped.
How did Clark Gayford's show go? The moving.
I never ended up working on Clark Gayford's show. It was one of my shows, but because he was in Wellington and because of COVID, we never got to work together. And I'm not sure if it's been on TV yet. It's called Moving Houses.
I saw it's on demand. I saw it briefly.
Right, yeah. So it's about him interviewing people who pick up houses and relocate them.
Yeah. He's not streamed to the Herald on Sunday.
No, he's not. The couple of shows that I'm working on, though, that I can't tell you about right now are going to be awesome, though. They're both on TVNZ and both have something to do with cooking.
Do I have any link to this show? Like obviously through you. Is there anything else?
Like what do you mean?
Like, I know any of the hosts, maybe, or is there something?
You might have to hit up your old mate Andrew Schusterman if you want to job hosting on any of these shows, mate.
I think he's kicked me to the curb then.
It's not going to happen. You can just look him a text.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But hey, fuck, here we are. We're doing this. We've got 19 minutes to go. Yeah. I'm just going to bring in, what's his name, from Betty Boy. Betty, thank you very much for being here. Another very great show number 2. You're rocking the glasses. And
we actually. I think we need to get Cara a pair of shades. You know, it's only.
I'd love a pair of shades in this very dark room that I'm sitting in right now. Perfect.
I've got 2 ring lights. Like I'm trying to do the full.
Yeah, so I've got a nice camera. So I use my actual photography camera for my webcam, but the battery just went flat. So now I'm just on the old laptop camera, which is definitely not as good.
Highly exciting. I've got the virtual background there, so I'm sort of.
What does your actual background look like, though?
It's actually it's an old house.
Oh right, I see you. Yeah, it's a house.
It's an old ass house.
Is it the house you live in, or are you just squatting while you do the show?
Basically, yeah, the second thing. So when I need a shower or if I need to dig a hole, I just come over here. Of course, grilling, we've got that too. Anything you need, it's all available right here. Down at the living.
Inside or the outside of the house?
He's on the outside.
That's a great question. I live in the van down by the river.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
Wow.
Well, basically, I'm in a van. This green screen's on the back of the sliding door. Okay, so that's sliding part of the illusion, and then there's an old ghetto mansion here. You might know the one. It's at the end of Grafton Bridge there.
The
Hospital.
Yeah, the old one across from the hospital on the corner there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overlooking the beautiful Grafton Bridge, not far from K Road and all the transients.
Wow. What a place to live.
Oh yeah. We've got a beautiful city here, and it's an exciting time. And I work all day out west. I'm working in the studio this weekend, out on location as well.
Can you say what you're working on? You've got a job like Cara's.
Yes, it's season 3 of TV1's Mystic. It's the teen drama with.
My friend 80 was directing that, but hasn't been able to direct season 2. I was an extra in the last season of Mystic.
Oh, superb! Yeah, well, you did well. Everyone involved did well. That show's got a lot of heart, and it's going to go far. And those actors in this show, very cool people. And I think that's the next year. Yeah, even the adult cast.
They'll really like Mystic. I think they like horses, don't they?
Love horses.
They should come. They should be. Oh, I don't know. They could be extras on the show.
Well, let us know. That'd be great. They would love that.
I don't know how anymore because my friend's not directing it, but Benny might be able to sort it out for you.
Can my kids be extras on the TV show?
Yeah. What you need to do is basically it's sort of the Norrie thing. Just give me $100, and yeah.
Will you superimpose them in, or they have to be there on...
Exactly. I'll send a green screen or a webcam to your house. Because horses, the thing that you got to be careful. Thing. Horses are expensive, of course. You don't want to get your girls obsessed with horses. It's going to run you a fortune, and part of the illusion. But no, I mean, if you want to come on and maybe ride the bull, we could make that happen, Thane, and bring the kids along too. We'll put them on the sledge and drag them around the farm.
Fantastic! It's all happening out for this on that.
Out near Bethel's.
Wow.
We went the day that we went. They were filming the town fair, so they needed extras to be at the town fair, like buying toffee.
I've never seen it. Is it set in like 1800s or is it?
No, it's like current day.
It's
but
it's in New Zealand.
Yeah, like small community. So they have like the town fair. People come along. Everybody knows each other.
It's set in pre-apocalyptic New Zealand.
But hey, can I just ask how are we affording this? This sounds like big budget money. This doesn't sound like a TVNZ.
It's an American production.
Oh, right.
It's the Beeb. It's the Beeb.
Oh, the BBC. That's right.
Sounds like the BBC. There's lots of money there, right?
It's the Beeb.
I don't know.
The Beeb's loaded. Loads of money.
Because the main actor's American. There's some American actor kids on it, but it's cool. Yeah, you should get it.
He was sort of like he was kind of like a they do have a mixed cast. That's what I'll say for that statement. Yeah, they've got a mixed cast from different countries.
Okay, and hey, did you know, just a fun fact, I'm just going to say that who's the Prime Minister of Boris, he is going to, one he's campaigning on is, we were talking about Mystic TV Show, everyone who just joined us. What he's campaigning on is banning the BBC's subscription model, the kind of whole thing where you pay the license fee. He wants to get rid of the license fee. So that's their money gone. Crazy, isn't it?
Really? Why does he want to do that? Make it free for everyone, like TVNZ is free for us.
Yeah. Benny boys out the gate. Oh, it must be cold. 19 degrees tonight, everybody. What did you hurt yourself?
Yeah. I mean, Boris, and then what about the others? Old Putin. He's sort of about off the handle these days, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He wants war with the Ukraine, and everyone's trying to talk him down. But he's like, "I'm doing this." I think he's gathered his whole navy ready to go.
Oh, well, that's fucked if you ask me. I've got a feel we've got a operative actually an on the line that's going to connect the call from the Kremlin at some point. So we might be able to connect through to the Kremlin.
You can rustle that up. Is that all right?
Pardon me?
Oh, you go and see if you can rustle that up. We'll come back to you. Thanks, Manny.
Where did you find that guy?
I think we found each other a while ago through video, the love of video. And I think he was a George listener back in the day. And so, yeah.
I'm always surprised at your ability to befriend very interesting people.
Yeah.
Jokes. Raymond,
yeah.
Benny, fact checker.
Selena.
There's lots of them that come and go in your life, and I don't know what it is about you. You're just like a magnet.
It's just like it's a nice little community. I think it's
very interesting people. Like all of the people that come through your life have great chat, great stories, very interesting, fun people.
Check my dimple out.
Did you see our actual old mate, Benny Boy, who used to work with us on our drive show, is doing comedy now. He's got a comedy night I saw that he's doing sometime next week, social distancing. You should go, support him. No?
Oh, it's just I don't want to go out. It's such a, then you got to come all the way back in, and then you have to catch an Uber, and it's $30 each way and stuff.
You just go and not drink. Where do you live these days?
Albany.
Why do you live in fucking Albany?
Long story.
Okay.
But I wish Benny Boy all the success in the world because his posts on Facebook, just joining us, Benny Boy Walker,
he's funny.
Yeah, he throws some pretty funny stuff out. So I think
he's so funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I hope that works out for him. I would like to maybe go.
Why don't
see
we get him on the show and spruik it and give away a couple of tickets, maybe?
Yeah, maybe we should ask if he wants to be on tomorrow. He's got a funny chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Good idea.
Okay. So this is the part of the show where I feel, in all honesty, I don't know if you can handle it because it's this guy's staying in character. You're doing your thing. So I'll take the heavy load, and you just nod. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll just go with it.
Oh, we've got Putin here, live from Russia.
That is correct.
Yeah. How's that? Oops, sorry, wrong person. Putin, welcome to the program. Really nice to have you here. We've only got a few minutes to have a chat, but boy, oh boy, what's going on with this war?
Well, you know how it is. Ukrainian motherfuckers. We're going to take them down.
Excellent. Well, very good luck with that. You're not worried that, we're going to cut off all your money and then, everyone in Russia's going to die and stuff?
Vladimir Putin does not around, okay? I will kick ass and I will be riding on horseback. Watch it, motherfuckers. I once buried the dog in the snow.
Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate your time now tonight. This is absolutely fantastic. What an exclusive. It's great to have an exclusive like that. So there you go. I know you're not good, but... Sorry.
I'm a serious journalist, Thane Kirby.
Yeah. I mean, I was asking the direct questions. So
Yeah. You were coming in hot. Now, I did find out that Benny Boy Walker, is doing a show at the Ponsonby Social Club on Thursday. All go socially distanced, masked, and COVID passes and all that. So maybe we should get Benny Boy, our good mate Benny Boy Walker, on the show tomorrow to chat about it, about what he's been up to. Because obviously he's a DJ. When he started out working with us, I don't know if he was a DJ then or he had aspirations to be a DJ. Now he's a comedian and he's got a record label. And
what day did you say, Cara? What day?
Thursday.
Why don't we take it live? We'll send this Benny Boy down to see Benny Boy and just see how he goes.
Can we film it?
Well, yeah, we'll just take a phone in and we'll just put it live on the show. That would be quite cool.
Okay.
So whether he likes it or not, we'll see if he sucks or takes off.
I think he'll be good. He's really funny. Does this show, if we do send Benny Mack, do you pay per diems and you make sure you pay the ticket cost and buy him a few beers while he's there?
Well, no, we'll talk about that later. But how much is it to get in?
I've got no idea.
I don't think Benny. We'll probably just scam the viewers to get some cash and send Benny down there.
Right. So you'll just say, if you want Benny to go down there, then, here's the GoFundMe page.
Pretty much. And Selena's saying podcast. Can I bring producer Selena in? What is podcast, Selena? You got no microphone.
No, podcast. No. Oh, yeah. Podcast is where we pay the callers, viewers, subscribers to call in. We pay them out of our personal bank accounts.
Oh, shit. All right.
And even less than minimum wage.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for bringing that up. Appreciate it. Putin's back on screen. Well, how do you feel
yes.
poo in your name? That would always irk me.
Pew.
Like
pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew. Gotcha. Well, mate, I think that's our show tonight. But if you could, I don't know if we can get Benny back on. because I want to start negotiating with that guy, and because I want to get this Thursday thing sorted out. Thank you very much, dear Putin. I'll come back to you.
I think it's a great idea. I can hit up our old mate.
Can you hit him up and just get our Benny Boy here on the door, and then maybe, or if Selena wants to go or whatever, maybe Benny could come back and then do the show from there, and that would be so cool. I'd love to see how Benny's going to go. But if you can organise Benny's side, Benny Boy Walker's side, that'd be amazing. Ben, just the man I want to speak to. Hey, can you come and do your show live on Thursday from Ponsonby Social Club?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's look at it and see how it goes. I might have to ride there on an electric scooter.
Well, that sounds all right.
But then what happens if Benny Boy is not on during our show? Like
We'll just do the warm-up. Maybe we'll just spruik some tickets.
Oh, well, can you record some video and then put it into the show? I don't know how the show works.
We can insert video. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. All right.
What I'll do, go down there, if I can get in, I'll infiltrate the venue. If I can't get in, what I'll do is I'll push myself up against the glass with the phone streaming through the glass.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to make a show out of that. So tomorrow on the program we've got Bomber, where we're going to talk about just quickly the share markets crashing around the world and what is Putin actually going to be doing next, his next move. And also you see he's got the number 2 political podcast in the country, so it'll be very gloating. And then on Thursday we go live to see Benny Boy Walker. But if we can get him on the show beforehand using your Celebrity Powers car, Rickard, and then take the performance live, what a night of entertainment.
Beautiful. You know that he's just our friend too, so we can just reach out and ask him. You don't really need any celebrity pulling power to get your
I haven't
mates
reached out to that guy in such a long time.
Yeah, you probably won't come on because you're such a shit to him.
Was, not anymore. I've got a lot of respect for that guy.
Like the time you sold him a car that you didn't own.
That was just details, you know.
And then I talked about it on the radio, and then you tried to sue me for defamation.
Yeah, those are the days. And see what we've come back from. You got
to watch this guy, man.
Look what we've come back
the amount of times I've been scammed by Kirby, tell you. And his mate Luke Dallas are a real shyster. But anyway, I've always been swindled by heaps of people, so I just chalked it down to my own bad. My own misfortune.
Your own bad decision making.
Thousands.
Yeah,
he
owes
me thousands of bottles of champagne.
It's nice to have you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, me too. All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow. I'm going to say thank you to Selena. Selena, news, snappy, quick.
Okay.
Maybe if you've got a green screen, we could put some.
Yeah, it's a bit messy, right? Yeah, I'll dress up better. Yeah, as well.
Okay.
Change
you know what to do there.
No.
Benny Boy, you just keep on doing what you're doing. I think it's fantastic. You're wearing a shirt. I respect that as well.
Yeah, it was. That's a whole shirt. I need wardrobe budget, man. It's tough out here.
Yeah, mate. That was for comedy. Please understand it's comedy.
It is, man. I need to get more flamboyance. I need to get wigs and shit.
All right, Selena, can we work on a costume?
Yep, that was actually on my mind today.
Great.
Because you guys... No, wait.
Okay. What?
Because Cara, you've
Yes.
been dressed by some wonderful local labels, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
From working in radio. So this isn't radio, this is the future. So we need those brands
To come over.
because we're working through lockdown, through thick and thin. Okay, so we're
All right, guys. Thanks very much, everybody. But we're on it. We're on it. So see.
Wow, that was a whole.
What have I got myself into? I'm glad I only signed up for like a week, and then
Oh, Rickard, look, everybody, you're growing on everybody, and we're growing on you slowly, I think.
But is this going to make me any money? Thank you, Kirby.
Oh God! All right. Good night, everyone. I don't know. We're working on that part too.
Okay.
So
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bob Bradbury joins us. That's pretty much the show, and my dishwasher's finished, which is good news. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.